Okay, so this is going to be a video about how to actually compile fStretch on Mac. So basically to do that you need to get XCode first. So if you go in the App Store here, search for XCode. So this little guy right there, that's what you need. As far as the version, you might, I think at some point I needed to take some special version, some other version was not working, so you might have to look into that. I'll see which version I'm using here. So yeah, for the plugin, it's basically this little file here, the Xcode project, and a couple of CPP files and the header file here. And when you build, well, there's that folder that get created. So when you build, it's just like you compile the whole thing, it builds it, and it gives you that the final plugin file that you can load into Maya. So as far as this compiling goes, we're gonna go ahead and open that guy right there. Okay, so let's see for the version first. So version 3.2.6, that's the one I'm using. And I believe you have to be on an Intel processor, so Intel processor. Pretty much all the latest MacBooks are all on like Intel processor, so that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, here you have the same files that you were seeing before, so the header and the 3 CPP files, and in the product here you have the .bundle file. That's the one that's the final compiled product that you load inside Maya. As far as the settings, let's go in project, edit project setting here. Okay, so for the architectures, I put 64-bit Intel. Okay. Base SD key was this. You might be able to change that to the latest Mac and to the latest macOS version, and you might have to do that, you know. Okay, here that's when you compile in what path the actual plugin gets created. And most of the settings you don't really have to worry about it, you just leave them by default. At the very end here, that's your Maya version, so you want to point that out to the right folder depending which version you're building onto. And I think if you change this one here, it's going to propagate and change the other setting, which also point to other Maya's path, but you want to double check if it really does. So there's this one here, Maya 2013 here. Let's go. Okay, here, Maya 2013. Both of these guys, you want to check them too. Okay, here as well. So that's pretty much it. And these, you just want to make sure they're all pointing to the right version of your Maya. Like before in the earlier versions of Maya, like this had to be, well, it wasn't like 64-bit and all that jazz. So, but like right now it's always 64-bit, and it's like only 64-bit. There's no 30-bit version anymore for Mac. So you should be good to just leave that to 64 all the time. But if you want to compile for previous version, then you might have to put it back to either like 30-bit here, or maybe this guy. You just play around, see which one works. Okay. There shouldn't be too much more going on in there. let's just keep in mind here that last time I set this up was 1 year ago, so I don't remember all the little details. Okay, so if you go into this CPP file here, so you have all the plugin in there, like all the deformation part. When the plugin actually evaluates it, it all lives into that file here. So it's really like all the big stuff are in there. And then at some point I had to write some stuff to do some wrapping deformation as well in the plugin, so I built that in that file here. So this one just point out to the wrap file when it needs to, and I had to write some mats function here to do some basic stuff as well, so that lives in that separate file as well. And the header here, just like including whatever it needs. So yeah, at this point you can go ahead and hit build here and just like build like this. Bonk. And here you see it's doing some stuff, and there we go, build succeeded. So now if you navigate to the folder we're supposed to build, which is here, user, shared Autodesk, and Maya plugin, you have this little guy here. So that's your plugin right there, compile. You can just load that into Maya. And yeah, just the very important thing is always making sure you compile for the right version, right? And then you can just load, if you compile for 2013, you can just load that into Maya 2013, obviously. So that's it. And if you have to compile a couple of times and play around with it, you can, like, before compiling, you can like clean everything to make sure you're really starting fresh. If you want to do that, you can go build, clean all targets. Just hit clean here. If you go back to that folder here, fStretch.bundle just disappeared. So, and then you just build it again. And there we go, there it is. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, okay, see you.